Good Wednesday afternoon. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm 9 News Weather Impact Team Meteorologist Keely Chalmers with a look at your forecast. We've got temperatures climbing into the 70s, mid to upper 70s today, 80s tomorrow, and then we do have a cool down. Though as a cold front moves through for the second half of the weekend into Monday, and we are talking about the potential for some mountain snow as well on Sunday and Monday. So a little bit of everything. We get a taste of summer-like weather tomorrow and then returning to below average temperatures as we head into next week. Here is a live look outside from our Skycam atop Lookout Mountain, looking out over Golden. We've got beautiful blue skies right now outside the 9 News studios. We are sitting at 76 degrees. Winds out of the east-northeast right around 4 miles per hour. Humidity 33%. We're dry. We've got southwesterly flow aloft. It's helping to bring in some dry air, so mixing in that dry air. And we got high pressure in place. That is keeping us quiet when it comes to any type of weather activity. So we've got quiet, warm weather for the next several days. Current temperatures out there right now, we're at 69 in Akron, 73 already in Lyman, 76 again outside the 9 News studios, 69 in Colorado Springs. Up in the high country, looking mainly 60s, in the low 70s out across the western slope. So your forecast for today for the metro area, sunny skies, a high right around 77 degrees. Now the normal high for this time of the year is 69 degrees, so we're going to be well above that, but not quite record territory. So again, average high 69, the record high 85. That was set back in 2020. So we're going to get into the upper 70s, but not quite the 80s today. Tomorrow, though, a different story. Our forecast highs climb into the 80s tomorrow. So topping our weather headlines for today, the sunshine returning, warmer temperatures today as well as tomorrow and Thursday. Next chance for some rain comes to the mountains on Friday. Just a slight chance we may see some sprinkles down here on Friday. And then again, we have another system moving in, a cold front moving in Sunday and Monday. That's going to good chance of bring us some mountain snow Sunday and Monday as well. Live radar, again, we're quiet. That high pressure doing a good job at keeping any type of activity out of our area. In fact, pretty quiet across the west. That ridge of high pressure right over the Rockies right now, it's going to gradually push off to the east. As it does, it's going to keep us sunny and quiet when it comes to any type of weather activity. But as it slides to the east, then we have a system that's going to move in, and we'll talk about that just a second. But that is what will change up our weather pattern as we head toward the weekend. Rain chances for today, again, not looking at any rain chances. We have that really dry air, a lot of substance going on, so we're not dealing with any type of weather activity or any type of moisture today with that dry southwesterly flow. Here's a look at our futurecast as we put it into motion right now. Again, not too much happening, staying quiet along the I-25 corridor and the metro area. As we head into the overnight hours, though, you can see some showers and storms moving in over the southern mountains, and we're going to continue to see that southwesterly flow right on into tomorrow morning. Metro area, the only thing we're really going to see tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening is an increase in the cloud coverage. You can see with just some spotty showers moving through the mountains. Mainly dry again here in the metro area, foothills. Good to see some quick sprinkles. And that's about it for Thursday. Starting the day off Friday, clear skies, but you can clearly see we have a system moving in from the south and west, and that's going to bring fairly widespread showers and storms up to the mountains throughout the day on Friday. And that does include your I-70 drive, the mountain corridor, I-70 mountain corridor. So again, if you're heading up to the mountains on Friday, expect a wet drive with those storms moving through. Will we see some precipitation down here in the metro area? There is a slight chance we could see some sprinkles, but again, the majority of that moisture staying up in the high country for Friday. Here is a closer look at the metro area for today, and it really doesn't even look like it's moving. That's because nothing is happening in and around the metro area when it comes to any type of precipitation today. Forecast highs for today: 70s across the central and northern plains, 80s down across the southern plains in the high country, 50s and 60s, 82 degrees, your forecast high for Grand Junction. The winds, again, I did want to point out because, you know, just to if you hear anything or you feel those winds kick up tomorrow morning, really early tomorrow morning in those usual spots, the foothills and also the base of the foothills, because those winds are going to pick up a little bit, gusting 45, 50 miles per hour tomorrow morning. So just something to think about if you have anything outside. If you're in the foothills, those winds are going to get a little bit breezy tomorrow morning. As for your forecast for the overnight hours into tomorrow morning, 49 degrees. That's our overnight low here in the metro area. Mostly clear skies. It is going to be calm night with light winds as well. Those forecast lows dropping down into the 40s across the plains, although some low 50s down across the southern plains, 30s in the high country. We're looking at mid 50s out across the western slope, rather. Ooh, let's see if I can get this going. All right, here we go. Here's a look at our weather pattern over the next couple of days. Okay, we talked about that ridge of high pressure building in. That's going to stick around for the next couple of days. It's going to slide off to the east. We're going to watch this system off to the west of us, and that is really going to track north of Colorado, although at the tail end of it, we could see a cold front moving through, and that's why we're talking about a change in the kind of in the weather pattern as we head into the second half of the weekend and into the work week next week, with those dropping temperatures and that chance for some snow up in the mountains. Light winds tomorrow, mostly sunny, 83 degrees. That is our forecast high for tomorrow. You're probably wondering, is that record heat? And no, the answer is the record set back in 1910, I believe, 87 degrees. So we are going to get in the 80s, but not quite record territory at this point. So forecast highs, we're looking 80s across the plains, 60s in the mountains, and 70s out across the western slope. Talked about that moisture on Friday. So again, that's where we're going to kind of see a shift in our weather pattern on Friday, with that rain and storm activity moving in over the western slope and the mountains. And that does include, as I mentioned, this is 1:30 on Friday, the I-70 corridor. We do have that moving in over basically metro area and north. Fort Collins will likely see some of that activity late Friday night, overnight into Saturday morning. And again, a chance we could see some of that activity here in the metro area. So about a 10% chance for some rain here. Again, most of that rainfall sticking to the mountains, to the foothills, and to the north of the metro area. Mostly cloudy on Saturday, staying in the mid 70s as we head into the second half of the weekend, 74 degrees, and we have that cold front moving through. Going to drop those temperatures down below normal, so we're above normal, well above normal tomorrow, and then we're going to be below normal on Monday with a high of 65 degrees. Sunday to Monday, that's when we could see some of that mountain snow if we get that moisture moving in, falling in the form of snow up in the high country. And then we're looking pretty seasonal, 68 degrees on Tuesday. That is a quick look at your forecast on this Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus. We will keep updating the forecast, so always tune in to 9 News Plus. We'll have your updated forecast throughout the afternoon, throughout the evening, and into tomorrow morning as well. For now, I'm 9 News Weather Impact Team Meteorologist Keely Chalmers. Have a great day.